studio this morning, Kristin Huisenga and Bill Peart. It's coming up tonight, the 6th annual Overdose and Addiction Awareness Vigil down on our riverfront. Kristin, you've been involved in every one of these. How did it get started?
It really got started because of the opiate epidemic, and I see more of that here within the city of Clinton, honestly. This had been happening all across the country, and Clinton wanted to join in to remember those lives lost and see what we could do about it. And it's really grown to include addiction, including alcohol, all substance use, and just focus on recovery as well.
Well, what is all going to be taking place on our riverfront? I understand things get started at 5.
Yeah, so at 5 o'clock we're going to have booths set up, and there'll be resources available for community members to go through. Right now I think we have 22 different resources available. Each resource will have an activity for kids, because we think that's important that the whole family can come out. And we'll have music during that time provided by Peart. And then starting at 6 o'clock, we're going to start the official program. It starts with some education, and then we go into the testimonial part, which is always my favorite part of the visual.
Talk a little bit about some of those testimonies. What are they like? I'm sure you've heard some good ones through the course of these 6 years.
Yeah, I mean, it's quite amazing. It's people really sharing their story of recovery and what recovery means to them. And we've had individuals up there, I think, that maybe have been in recovery for hours, right? And then you have people that have been in for years. So it's quite powerful. And no two stories are ever the same.
All right.
It's so interesting.
Let's bring in Bill Peart. Bill, what's your involvement going to be on this tonight?
Well, I'll be at the table for the Clinton group of Alcoholics Anonymous, and we'll also have a nice little setup of things for children to do, such as coloring and different forms of artworks to keep them a little bit busy while we might get a chance to speak with their parents. And we're also going to make an announcement about the showing of a movie tomorrow night called The Anonymous People, and that has all to do with Alcoholics Anonymous, but kind of coming out from behind the shield of anonymity, as I like to do. That's where I learned to introduce myself as a person in recovery, and that opens up discussions with people that we might get a chance to help them a little bit.
So that's tomorrow, and not far from here at the Journey Church here on 13th Avenue North. What time does that get started?
That starts at 6 p.m., and the movie lasts about an hour and a half. There will be some refreshments served, and I've seen the movie several times myself, but I'm looking forward to seeing it again.
So when people come up to your booth, Bill, do you kind of give them your story a little bit, hear their story? How does that work?
First off, we will have schedules available of all the local meetings of the Clinton group of AA, and then whatever they would like to talk about, I'm always happy to share my story, and basically just encourage them to get involved if they think they might have even a skosh of a little problem with alcohol.
Again, visiting with Kristin and Bill on the 6th annual Overdose and Addiction Awareness Vigil. It's this evening at 5 on our riverfront. Kristin, I would imagine you kind of move around, see how things are going at each one of the booths. Here's some of the things people are talking about. What's it like on the riverfront?
Well, it's so beautiful up there, and it is. It does get quite busy, and that's really exciting. This year we have 2 co-chairs that have been working really hard. Jenna and Chelsea have been kind of pulling this all together, lining everything up. So it's great just to see the community come together and work together to bring some of this out of the shadows, make recovery very well known, and let people know it's possible, right? So that's another big thing.
I want to get back to the testimonials again.
Yeah.
So people come up, they talk a little bit about their addiction, how they've overcome it, and I would imagine even if you overcome an addiction, and Bill, maybe you can speak to this a little bit better, it's hard to stay on that road, isn't it?
It can be, but we like to say meeting makers make it. So if you stay involved with your recovery, we hear many, many success stories.
Well, that is great to hear. I understand there's going to be some refreshments down there, Kristin.
Yeah, the Clinton Drug Addiction Response Team, which includes fire and local law enforcement, will be grilling up some hot dogs for free, and we'll have water and chips and all that good stuff.
So it's at 5, it'll go till 8:30. People can come and go, I would imagine. if they would like to find out more information about what is going to be taking place, Kristin, how can they best do that?
Sure. They can call our office today, 241-4371, or find Clinton Crush Plus on Facebook or our website.
All right. And Bill, again, tomorrow evening, the movie, tell us a little bit about that once more.
Yeah, once again, the movie is entitled The Anonymous People, and it's all about recovery, and I learned so much from it, such as in the United States here, we even have recovery high schools and recovery colleges where people can educate themselves among their peers, and everybody gets together, and I was not even aware that we had things like that going on until just a few years ago.
Okay, Kristin Huisenga, Bill Peart, thank you both for coming in this morning. It should be a great evening for you.
Yes.
Kristin, thanks a lot.
Thank you.
Hi, I'm Eric Langen, owner of Carpetland USA. If you've been waiting to update your home, then it's time to shop this Labor Day weekend for our best combination of holiday deals. Buy any waterproof flooring and the labor is half